Good morning, children. Today we are going to talk about rivers. Several times you would have gone to the rivers for recreation, for games, for just observing what are the different things which are found in the rivers. Well, rivers play a very important role in the development of the country. Do you know, children, that in the previous civilization, all the civilization, Indus Valley civilization, Mesopotamia civilization, these are all the civilizations which has occurred near to the sea. Rivers play a very important role in the economy of the country. Trade, navigation, everything is dependent on them. To start with today's topic, let's have an introduction of the topic, Northern Plain of India. Northern. Northern means that it lies in the northern part of our country. It is an area which is spread over 7 lakh square kilometer. When we talk about the breadth of the northern plain of India, it is around 2,400 kilometers. The northern plain is an area which is the fertile area. Why is it fertile? It is fertile because when in the Himalayas the ice melt, the snow melt, the river, it takes the formation of the rivers. When the rivers come down, it carry along with them a very rich and fertile soil which is known as alluvium. When with the passage of time, this alluvium settles down in the plain of our country, that is the northern part of our country, it is known as the northern part of our India. Apart from the alluvium, we find that here we have good amount of rainfall. As a result of which, maximum crop production of our food grains is done in this particular land area only. Children, when we say that the plain area, there is the accumulation of sediments. Let me tell you right now that whenever from the mountains the rivers occur, it is originated and divided into 3 parts. The upper course, the middle course and the lower course. The upper course is the course where the water comes out with a lot of velocity. The water here is in a large amount. Maximum amount of hydrocity of our country is being made here only, is generated from here only. When we talk about the middle course of a river, middle course we find that the velocity of the water is not very high, but the water becomes on a lower pace. Last but not the least, when we talk about the lower course of river, in the lower course of river, we find that the water becomes sluggish and it goes at a very lower pace. Again, moving back to the northern plain of our country. When we talk about the northern plain of our country, we find that it is divided into 3 major parts on the basis of longitudinal division. The first basis is the Punjab basin. This is the basin where it originates from the Indus. The river which originates, it is the Indus River. This river plays, and most of the river is in the part of Pakistan. The second point which we find here is the Ganga basin. As the word suggests, the origin of this is from the Ganga basin. Here we find the major rivers. And what are the major rivers here? We find here the rivers such as the Krishna, the Kaveri, etc. This is an area which has spread into the areas like Delhi, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, etc. The last but not the least, we find the Brahmaputra plain. This is a plain which is originated from Brahmaputra river and it is in the western part of our country. Again, moving ahead to the division of north to south, we find that here the northern plain is divided into again 4 parts. The first part is known as the Babur. Bhabar is an area which is spread from 8 kilometers to 16 kilometers. It is just to the south of the Shivalik range. The next part is Terai area. This is a very important area. You must have heard several times that when we talk about, suppose there is a construction somewhere, the cemented wall is there, several times the labor said we are doing the Terai. Terai basically means when you give lot of water to them. Terai is a marshy area. When we talk about the northern plain of our country, we find that in this particular Terai area, there is marshy island. Before few years back, there was lot of forest into this particular Terai area. But slowly and steadily, we find that this land was cut down, the forest area was cut down where there was lot of wildlife, and this land is now utilized for the growing up of the crops. The third important point, the division, is where we divide that the soil is known as the Bhangar. Bhangar soil is the soil which is the accumulation of the old alluvium. As I told you before also, when the rivers are coming down, that part of the northern plain where the river gets deposited for years together, for months together, we call it as a Bhangar. This is a soil which has conquered nodules into it. The last and very important point is which is known as the Khadar. Khadar soil is that soil which is just coming from the rivers. It is known as the new alluvium. Maximum amount of crop production is done in this particular piece of land. Maximum amount of food grains, pulses, sugarcane, wheat, rice, it is all grown extensively on a large area. The major amount of food grains consumption is taken from this area only. Apart from the very fertile soil, new soil, we find the area has a good amount of rainfall. These are the four divisions of the northern plains of India. Children, I would like to just demarcate one important difference. When we talk about the tributaries and the distributaries, we find that when from a larger river, the water bodies distributes themselves. That is a tributary. And when the tributaries, all the rivers, small, merge up into a larger area, a larger river body, water body, that is known as the tributary. Hope I am quite clear with the explanation of northern plains of India. Now related to another landform is known as the Peninsular Plateau. You know very well by now. You have read in your junior classes, peninsula is a piece of land surrounded by water. Plateau. This is a new word for you. Plateau basically means a land which is on a higher level. Children, do you remember my first video? I have explained to you about the tectonic plates. Those tectonic plates which occur below the earth crust. 24/7, these tectonic plates have occurred in the past, is at present also occurring, and will occur in the future till the date we are on the earth. I told you with the tectonic plates, we find the formation of the Himalayas, which was because of the Gondwana land. This Gondwana land had one more feature to it. And this Gondwana land had a land which has uprooted from the Indo-Australian plate. And this was in India, which is the formation of the Peninsular Plateau. This plateau is the oldest landmass of our country. If you get a question in the board of 1 mark, that which is the oldest landmass of India, you will write down Peninsular Plateau. When we talk about plateau, there are certain features of the plateau. Plateau is a broad, shallow piece of land. And now what is the difference between the mountain and the plateau? The plateau has rounded tips or rounded hills at the top. This differentiates plateau with the mountains. Mountains have a peak, but plateaus have a round hills at the top of it. When we talk about peninsular plateau is a plateau which has got black soil. The reason for the abundance of black soil is because this is an area which is of the volcanic origin. As soon as the volcano is there, when the lava erupts, we find that all the things from the earth crust move upwards. They take the formation of the lava. As I told you, in the formation of the rocks, we find that as soon as they submerge over it, tectonic plates, the lava erupts. And the lava is so hot that we cannot even touch it. After gradual time, it cools down, it magnifies, it cools down and it takes the formation of the black soil. This is a unique feature of the peninsular plateau. Now when this black soil is there, this black soil is used in large amount for the growing and cultivation of the cotton. Growing and cultivation of cotton means that maximum amount of cotton is grown here only. As I told you before also that whenever the rocks are there, the rocks with the temperature, with the wind, what happens is these big rocks cracks up into a smaller rocks and gradually after some years it takes the formation of the soil. As the rock, so is the soil. Alluvial soil because the sediments were coming from the northern part of India and settling in the northern plain of our country. Peninsular plateau, the volcanic eruption is there. As soon as the volcano erupts, we find the formation of the black soil. Gradually, the lava coming out, oozing out in large amount and slowly modifying solidifying into the black soil, which is a unique feature of the peninsular plateau. Children, when we talk about this peninsular plateau, we find here that they are divided basically into two parts. The Malwa plateau as well as the Vindhya range. When we talk about, there is often a question between that what is the relationship between the northern plain as well as the Deccan plateau. We find that northern plain is in the center. This center occupies an important place. All the various ranges are dependent on this only. When we talk about the division of these Deccan plateau, we find that they are divided into two parts. And the origin is of the Narmada river. So you must have understood by now how river is such an important carrier, so that they carry not only the sediments, not only for agriculture, but for the division of the rivers. Children, again and again I am emphasizing on the point that these landforms is the accumulation of various tectonic plates. And when they are the accumulation of various tectonic plates, we find that rivers have since past till today played a very important role. Here also in Peninsular Plateau we find that these division, the division between the Malwa and the Vindhyas, they are dependent on the river Narmada. When we talk about the north of the river, that is the Malwa Plateau. When we talk about the south of the Narmada river, we find that there is another plateau which is known as the Deccan Plateau. The various mountain ranges which are found here are, that is the Vindhyas range. In your map, you know how there is a Vindhya range. So when we talk about the Central Highlands, we find that it rises in the Vindhya range. The second division talking about the plateau is known as the Deccan Plateau. I will be explaining you in great detail these two divisions and from examination point of view the difference between the Central Highlands and Deccan Plateau. Please wait till tomorrow. Thank you very much.